Good morning. So here's the sunflower bed. I did decide to pull up the screen finally and let these guys try to recover. I have been waiting months. Basically, since I started the second season, my spring season of gardening. But my first season with like raised beds and are we gonna say going all out? Yeah. And so I had been waiting to mulch the top of this dirt, and there hasn't been weed pressure like hardly at all yet. So I'd been waiting to mulch the top until these sunflowers get established, but we all know what's going on with my sunflower bed. So I overseeded these, which I don't know if that was obvious when they were being totally crushed by the screen. But some of them are starting to pick up and look better, and I'm hesitant to thin them with, the problems I've been having. I figure nature will take its course. But to talk a little bit more about this, my plan has been, if I can get these mammoth sunflowers through, that in front of them I've seeded some smaller like sunflowers, and actually the ones I got are so cute. They're teddy bear sunflowers. And then what I want to do if I get like these established, those established, is start some perennial peanut, like just one plant literally, perennial peanut, frog fruit, and sunshine mimosa over here to hopefully integrate into the lawn a little bit. But I know those guys should all grow very well, so I want the sunflowers established first. And moving right along, my vanilla bean up here by the front door is just looking fantastic. I don't know if you can tell in the videos or the pictures, but what I will say is that having plants, I have learned, like I said, in this second, but kind of for these purposes, first season of gardening, take a bajillion pictures. Like, it's so easy to forget how small they are when you're trying to monitor their growth and stuff. So yeah, I can tell that vanilla bean is shooting up, so it likes something I'm doing. This weekend, lemon and lime tree are getting put in. I think I've got them moved along out enough that we're ready to get into our homes. Here they are. It's been nice and overcast, but I know these guys just really want full sun. I've got a few flowers blooming from the previous landscaping, so that's nice. Roses, I mean. This banana is another case of like, take pictures, take a bajillion pictures, because yeah, this guy looks so tiny still, but there's so much growth. Like, if you see this one little stalk in the front, that's basically what it looked like, about as small when I first got it. Barbados cherry. I'm really thinking I need to stake this up. If this keeps growing, this sideways thing right here, then, I think that branch is probably going to snap at some point. My apple tree, okay, my cuttings are like, laugh out loud, dead. But I've also heard, don't just pull things when you think they're dead. But yeah, apple tree, well, I think what that thing we saw last time was some yellow eggs, but I don't see what hatched or anything. So anyway, these guys have seen better days. I need to increase my fertilizer game. Apple tree. All right. Yeah, we'll start over here, I think. So, muscadine has been looking fantastic. So good, so good. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. So I planted some peanuts over here, and another lesson. wait for them to germinate. I only planted 3. I only wanted 3 and forgot, or like I thought a couple didn't take. Nope, just kidding. So I added another 2, forgot. This is like 2 plants right here. Yeah, so let them germinate, label your stuff. Be smart, be better than me. My Seminole pumpkin is taking off and sort of in the direction I want it, but really I want this guy on the perimeter of the bed, so I should probably try to stake him or something. I don't know. I think that's going to get wild. Blueberries are whatever. I don't know. They initially had like acid in the soil and stuff. Maybe I should add some more. But my peas, they took to the trellis by themselves on this side. I think this one's going to grab it too. They've been flowering down here. That's some nice flowers. Oh boy, nice. I got out early enough for a nice big open zucchini flower. Or, yeah, summer squash flower, whatever. And I did finally get my first girl down here who I should be hand pollinating. But I'm being a little stubborn with that. I'll learn my lesson, right? I feel like I want to try next time around because, oh, here's pigeon peas, which are doing fine, I think. Although a bunch of them died back there, so we're learning lessons, lots of lessons. And so the summer squash will probably be another lesson. I want to, but yeah, what a huge plant. I think I just want to plant a bunch more. What I'm getting at is I don't want to hand pollinate. I got Papalao cilantro alternative from Jared's Garden here, and I don't know, tomatoes or peppers. There, lima beans. I thought we're supposed to do good at this time, and they're just not. And oh, I don't know if you're a good bug. I don't think you are. Bush beans also out. We can hold a coherent thought, right? Maybe. I'll remind me, yap at you about the squash on my way to the hydroponic garden. So my corn finally got silks. So we're so excited about that. I've been shaking it, but the thing I realized about the corn is that, I don't know, it seemed like for me, these guys only had one good, like, puff of shaking. But obviously, like, this one's great, and, like, the rest of them are so stunted. So I definitely needed to know what I know about fertilizing corn now, sooner. So we'll see what happens. Got my couple watermelon / maybe cantaloupe. I know that one's watermelon, and that one looks very similar. That one's cantaloupe. I don't know about that one, but anyway, these guys are growing fantastic, and yeah, we're hanging out by this tree, trying to climb it. And one of my big peas just fell down, and I'm just letting it vibe. We'll see what happens. And taking this video because I just harvested that stem right there, which I realized I should have cut like diagonally. Okra. Swiss chards hanging in there. I thought it would do better from what I've heard, but what I really also have learned, kind of really big picture, is I got a much better understanding about, the direction that my sun comes from, east to west, and planting tall here, tall, medium, small here. So it's been a lot of learning, and I'm so into it. Love it. So I'm going to try to yap at you about squash while I'm on my way to show you the hydroponic garden, and that'll be all for today. So one of the lessons overall I've learned is to plant more than what I think I'll want. So that was the case for the squash. I'd originally planned on planting something like 2 or 3 squash plants. I think And then it got down to it, and I'm like, I'm not going to want that much squash. And I think I just got it down to one plant. Oh, yeah, and over here in the patio, I've cleared out space because, well, I tried to clear out space. This is where we're going to put my shelf thing. And again, the sun comes from this way, so it'll get that nice morning sun for seed starting. Okay, super last thing. But yeah, now I'd like to experiment with growing a lot more zucchini, a lot more squash to see if I can get the pollinators to do the good work. And here is my chamomile and lavender. I gotta do some research about this stuff because I see all these like dead little things that I think are supposed to be flowers, and I'm like, where's the flowers, guys? But the chamomile growing like a weed, and the lavender slow but growing very nicely. All right, that's gonna be it for right now. I got some research to do.